Welcome back to Neubrunn. And I actually recorded, edited, and reformatted an episode that was going to be exclusively for Facebook only. But all we did was did the grass fields, all 4 fields, all silage, and we made almost very close to $170,000 from that. In that episode also, I bought field 13, the last remaining field. Unfortunately, it has potatoes in it. And I believe it's ready to harvest, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment, because I got bigger fish to fry, come to find out. So I tried to upload it. Yeah, it wasn't in the list to upload, and I tried back and forth. What the hay is wrong? Finally got it down to what I believe to be the aspect ratio. Yeah, I reformatted it into that particular ratio. It didn't want to work. So that episode is basically null and void and deleted. But what we need to do is, like I said, come to find out, we need to go grab the forage wagon from the sheep, and we are going to actually go through all these grass fields, collect what grass we can get, let's go through here. And bring it back to the sheep. Because, like I said, there's nothing in the trailer. So, since we're by this field first, we'll get this one out of the way, or do what we can here. And I would have to put the phone in a spot where I can't see anything. And I actually wish the baler had a wider pickup like this forage wagon does, because all this grass that I left behind could have been at least another 5-6 bales. That may be off, or that may be exaggerated, but that's what I feel. And I'm not going to worry about these out of field grass bundles. I just want to come through and get what I missed in the fields. So I'm going to put this on a time lapse, and I'll pick you back up in a minute. least the sheep will be semi-happy. They still have a full trough, which is good. Because we did field 11, went back by, dropped some food off. Apparently they didn't need a whole lot. So, we got the other fields done. Not quite half a trailer, but it's enough. So, as far as everything else goes, I really don't want to do the tater harvesting. Because I know how long that's going to be. Now let's go through here, turn around, avoid the fence at all cost. Yeah, too bad their feed trough wasn't out here. Cool. Alright, speaking of animals, how are we doing? Okay, yes, we know the wool needs to be moved. These group of sheep here, if we go advance another day or month, whatever, day/month, a dunth, if you will. Yes, we make upwards in this household. And they're still like 20 months old or whatever. Then we will sell them. I will have to make a note so that way next time I'll say, oh, 20 months old. They topped out. Cool, we can sell them, you know. And then we'll just buy a fresh batch. So, now watch I forget what I just said. I'll do the same with the pigs here too, because the oldest ones we got are 16 months. So, do we have any soybeans? I don't know. Chickens are always good. I'm not worried about them. The only time I would actually worry about the chickens is if they stop laying eggs. 60 months old. Boy, they some old ladies. And a couple old men. Well, I don't know, but they're still producing. Really? Didn't I just feed you guys like a couple episodes ago, or was that Amberstone? Oh boy. Well, let's race off and get the cows fed. And we'll probably do a couple loads, because one load would go about over half, not really fill the trough, but a full, 2 trips would give more than enough. Way more than enough. Now I just gotta find where I put the trailer. Oh, way back here. And of course I would go to the wrong side. I just hope we actually have enough bales, because I ended up losing track. of how much we actually had. Do I need to move you? Yeah, probably. I should take these grass bales out and go feed them to the sheep at some point. And there's 20 of them. Or at least go sell them off. I don't know. Well, there's this one. How did... Really? How did that get... Oh, well. We are going to yank it up. Run around this big old honking trailer. And we'll take only like 3 this time around. Just to keep everything square. Get in there, sweet. Now we can go. So we'll drop this off. We'll come back, grab 4 more. Yes, I know silage is not accepted there because because Giants doesn't put a multi-fruit silo in mobile games. Kinda actually wish they did. Alright, now you guys are being fed. You can moo with joy. Oh, there's a jump for you. A little sloppy, but there's the one for you. Okay, we do have 4, but apparently there was another bale. This front one, not the one that just disappeared, the one on the other side, this one here, had like 330 some odd liters. So I really couldn't tell you what was up with that one. Thought I got rid of all my half bales. But anyways, we got... Yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. Alright, we still... Nice. We still had enough to actually fill the trough up. And which, by the way, how big is it? Because I keep... Oh, wow. 33,750 liters. Nice. So how big is the pigs? 25.8. 11.5. 743. But yet, the chicken food, I don't know, it's a tie between first place on the chicken food and the sheep food that lasts the longest. I don't know. So, oh, what? Oh, we got milk. Okay, that's the bakery. Yeah, I think the bakery can suffer we're gonna run this milk over to the dairy, getting the milk loaded. Cool, I think we're done. Off to the dairy. Now watch me forget where I forget where it is. No, I actually remember because I'm trying to remember instead of every time I do an episode to say, hey, I can't remember where we're heading. So I'm getting better at it. Alright, we are good. And it's either Neubrunn or Amberstone that we are almost, probably not as close as I keep thinking that we are, that we can just start running down the list in the silo as far as planting crops go. Because all of our productions being full to capacity or whatever. Oh, that's right, I gotta run this back to the cow shed. That would probably help if I want to run more milk in the future, huh? So, have we any milk since we've been gone? 112, 113 liters. I mean, yes, we do have milk. Yeah, but if we bring over grass and hay, what it's going to do is the same thing for the pigs. Because you see the silage bar that's all filled up. Yeah, it's not going to count the hay or grass, because the trough is full and it's not going to accept it. Grass and hay equals 120% effectiveness, but silage only equals 100. Well, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do this or not, but I smell an experiment in the future. I don't know. But that's where we're standing. Alright, what else can we do besides the tater field? I don't want to do the tater field. At least not yet. Good Lord. Oh, it's not done anyway. Cool. Ooh. And I would probably maybe I can go around and fertilize 17 and 18, the olives and the grapes. Before coming over here and weeding. Sounds like an idea. And I do have 2 of these. But I tried to do, come on. There it is. My last cinematic that I attempted with this, I could not put it on a worker. So, what I plan to do, we could do that in this episode. And pretty soon have another yard tidy. Get everything more suitable. I suppose I could have started with the aloes first. But I know this is a good waste of most of the fertilizer, but I'm not into fertilizing the entire grape field just yet. Ooh, is it getting that field too? Oh, that's already fully That's fully fertilized. See, I told you we make words up in this house. I mean, it's all good. Yeah, and you speak English and you trip over your words. And don't get me wrong, this can cover a good portion of the vines just going around the outside. Because when all is said and done, there's not going to be much in the middle that didn't get it. Here, let me show you here in a second. You see how thick that outer ring is? That's what I like about it. Alright, let's go off and do the olive grove. Ooh, found a vine. And I would suppose that since I'm actually... Is this field getting it? Nope, that doesn't actually need it either. Okay, cool. Because that field's already got 2 coats on it. Now, what was I saying? Whoa, okay. Slow down there, Tonto. Oh, I figure since I'm... Whoa, get in line, get in line. Since I fertilized these 2 vines this way, it seems to also be a nice medium in between having like too much like that and opposes to not having enough. And there's another car. You know, this is a good balance, you know, in between. A good in between balance. So I probably could sell my liquid fertilizer sprayer, that little trailer hemp, because this other spreader is getting sold only due to... Now where did I put my weed? My weed be gone. Ah, right here. Grab it. Okay, you're still good. like I said, with the 42 meter spreader that I was just using, I cannot get a worker to work with it, or I would have had better shots of a cinematic with it. So what I'm gonna do is sell one of those hoppers and get the trailer like what we have on Amberstone, because there's limited selection in the shop. And we're gonna go this way. And are you gonna miss that? Because I decided to park a harvester in your way. Yay, we did it. So anyways, yes, we are going to get the trailed fertilizer spreader. Just because it would be easier to do cinematics with. And on the map, you swear to God this field wasn't that big, but holy snake balls. This thing is huge. Oh, and remember that debate I got going on, which to do the forestry and which to do the sugarcane on? Yeah, well, I'm thinking, oh hey, we're here at the BGA. Or at least that's what the earlier versions of the game called it. But, alright. I had to see what time it was real quick. But yeah, we'll get this done and we'll call it an episode. But, crap, what was I saying? But anyways, we're going to get the trailed fertilizer spreader because it'll just make it easier to do cinematics with. Okay, I think I'm done with that topic. So, without not much of the field left, let's put the rest of this on a time lapse and I'll see you in a minute. almost nearing an end. And yes, I'm going like this, and so I'm going to probably wind up out in the road, but who cares? I'll fertilize the cars or herbicide the cars. But anyways, I'm going to call it here, folks, so you take care of yourselves. I'll see you all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.